There's some problems that you encounter when working on something that you're like, dang, I wish there was a tool for this. Well, odds are there probably is, and you just didn't know it existed. So today, I'm gonna be telling you about some of the best tools that you probably didn't know that you actually needed. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Tool Tuesday. We've got another Tool Tuesday for you guys, talking about some of our favorite tools that we use here on the channel. I've been working on cars for literally half my life at this point, and I've accumulated quite a few tools. So I wanna show you guys some of the best ones that you can buy when working on cars, whether it's a classic car, a modern car, or anything in between. So if that sounds cool to you, be sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss any of the future Tool Tuesdays that we got coming up. We've got plenty coming because we have a lot of tools. Or leave a comment about what tools you want us to talk about next. With that said, let's go ahead and get into it. Starting off tiny but mighty, we are starting with something called an impact driver. Now, this thing is something that I don't use very often, but it is something that is very useful when I do actually need it. This is gonna come in handy when you're working on old cars primarily, but sometimes even newer cars, this can be a huge help. Now, this is basically a screwdriver, just really fancy. So sometimes whenever you're using a screwdriver, you actually strip the head of the screw and it becomes almost impossible to get out. And usually what you want to do is you want to apply pressure while also turning, which can be somewhat difficult, especially if that screw is seized into place, which on these old cars is a super common thing. It happened all the time to me while working on my Datsun, and that's why I actually ended up buying this tool. Basically how it works is you can put any sort of screw bit in here. I've got a Phillips head bit right here, and whenever you actually go to turn it, what you do is you just apply pressure on the back, and while you're applying the downward pressure, it also rotates it. Typically, you would pair this with a mallet, you put it on the screw, and you hit it with the mallet, and that forward pressure will actually push in and rotate, helping you break a screw loose with this little tool. Great for working on old classic cars with old rusted bolts and screws. This thing has been a total lifesaver, especially because back then they used a lot of Phillips head screwdrivers. Don't know why, but it's what they use. So highly recommend this thing. It's not super expensive and I use it not super frequently, but when I need it, I'm so glad I have it. The next one I want to talk about is actually something I'm going to have someone else talk about, and that is a die grinder. I'm going to have my buddy Logan talk about this one.
So this is a Husky air die grinder. The reason why this is my favorite tool is because you can remove so much material with this. You can make holes bigger, you can shape metal however you need it to be shaped. It's all powered by air, and you've got this mechanism which allows you to control the speed, and it does work. It does a lot of work, and I wish I got to use it more. There are only a few situations where you actually need to use it, but when you do get to use it, it's tons of fun, and I enjoy it a lot. So I'm gonna hand this off to Grayson now.
Now the third weird tool but very useful tool has to also do with removing bolts. This is what's called a stud extractor, and I know what you're thinking. It's not that, even though it looks like that. Basically what you do is you put it onto a stuck bolt or stud. Let's say you've rounded off the head of it, which happens quite often, especially with working on old cars. You've broken the head of the bolt off, but you still have some of the stud sticking out. You can put this thing on it. Basically what this does is this slips onto the bolt, and it is a reverse thread. So whenever you actually go to turn to loosen the stud, it actually tightens down onto the stud in a constant pressure all the way up and down the stud. So it applies constant pressure and it will slowly back that stud out. When using something shaped like this, you're gonna want to make sure you got some lubrication as well. So you're gonna want something like PB Blaster. So it attaches to like a ratchet, a breaker bar, or you could also use a very large size wrench. So we've used this quite often when working on something like my Datsun. We break quite a few bolts on that just because they are old, and I have used this more times than I have counted. I've actually made another video on how to use this years ago. I'll link that down below, or I'll link it somewhere on the screen. So if you're curious on how to use this thing, you can go check out that video as well. Speaking of removing bolts, this is a stud extractor, just a different type of stud extractor. Let's say that you completely shaved off the entire top of the bolt and it is flush with like an engine block or the body somehow. this is what you're gonna wanna use. These are basically reverse drill bits. What you do is you drill a little hole into the bolt that has been rounded off, and you put one of these into the item that needs to be removed. These, however, are reverse thread, so whenever you're actually removing it, it gets tighter and removes the piece at the same time. So these things are really helpful for getting something out of another piece that you don't have a lot of purchase on. So these are, I would say these are not exactly cheap when it comes to drill bits, just because they are such a weird, unique part. But especially if you're working on classic cars, you're gonna need something like this. The next tool that you're gonna need is this. This isn't a traditional tool to say. This is more of a item, a garage item. I guess it's technically a tool, but it's not a tool in the typical sense. This is a jump box slash battery tender. If you ever have left your car sitting for a long period of time, you're gonna want to jump start it, and this will let you get it jump started in 90 seconds. This is a Black & Decker, my buddy gave this to me, and it will allow you to check the battery voltage. It'll let you recondition the battery. So say you've had a battery that's sitting for a really long time, it'll actually go through a recondition process. So maybe you don't necessarily have to buy a whole new battery just yet. This will just let you recondition it. It'll also give you that jump start availability as well, or just do a trickle charge, basically. So these are pretty good to have around just your garage in general. You don't really need more than one of these. One of these will do the trick unless you have like 20 cars. Then you should probably get a trickle charger for each car. But we use this quite often, especially with, again, older cars. This thing is a lifesaver. And last but not least, I got a little bit of a bonus. This is a trim removal tool. If you've ever done any sort of interior work, and you've probably more than likely broken a tab. Tabs are like my worst enemy apart from broken bolts, and this, if you just use one of these things, which are really cheap, you can get them on Amazon. I'll put a link one down below. This will actually help you prevent yourself from breaking tabs. So if you're doing any fender liner or interior work, this will help you remove those pieces without damaging any of the plastic or interior, along with just getting the tab out without breaking it. And those are the tools that you need that you didn't know existed. They are super helpful. We use them not all the time, but when we use them, they are a lifesaver. So that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and let us know what tools you want us to talk about for the next Tool Tuesday. Thank you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye. It is a stud extractor.
It looks a bit pluggish.
My mom watches these videos.